Hey, it's Adonis here again. It's been a minute, right, since I uploaded. Uh, you know, it's interesting. One week you feel like you're productive, another week you just take a nosedive. Yeah, kind of fell off in terms of uploading, so sorry for that. But this is gonna be like more of like a vlog, kind of tell myself look to make up for my inconsistency. Let's do like a 30-day challenge. Just uploading a video a day. So this is day one. So. But yeah, for today, just kind of discussing, in terms of what's going on, stuff in the past and whatnot. But for me, I mean, in terms of work, just day by day, nothing much different. Uh, life's still about the same. Nothing out of the ordinary, I should say, has changed. Um, the one thing I am looking forward to next month is the Apple event because finally going to be upgrading my iPhone Pro 13 Pro Max to the 17 Pro Max, right? Because I upgraded my phone about 2 years ago now, 2, 3 years ago, because I had the no, I had the 8 Plus. Because my previous iPhone was the 6S, then it was the 8 Plus. So I upgraded my 8 Plus to this one. So that was a big jump, right? Um, and the thing is, like the 16 Plus Max, I was like, because they introduced the whole AI stuff, which that didn't turn out too well with it. So I was like, yeah, I'm not. Let me wait till the next one till they get that situated, right? And I was like, okay, obviously the design, all people aren't messing with the new iPhone Pro Max 17, but obviously storage wise is going to double from just the base, which is great for me because it was about a month and a half ago I actually ran into an issue where like I was full of storage first time ever. I was recording a bunch. It was a few months ago. Yeah, it was a few months ago when I was recording a bunch of stuff and it, I got filled up in capacity. I'm like, whoa, that's a first. So I'm like, if the next one base is just 256 versus the 128, that's gonna be great. So looking forward to that. Plus, obviously, as the more RAM, less likely to get hot because I do notice this phone does get hot quite a bit when I'm using it. Um, like so, more space, spare cameras, So like recording on here is gonna be a little bit better, right? It's about 24 megapixel. So I'm like, okay, okay. And then it's like if I'm with our phone plan, if I'm pretty sure at this point I can upgrade now. Like I said, it's been probably 2 years or more. So yeah, it's time to upgrade. So looking forward to that. So in a few weeks, gonna be upgrading that. Uh, so I guess right now that's really the biggest thing I'm looking forward to. Honestly, is uh is that. But yeah, just uh, three bullet points right now in my life. I got three bullet points. So I got content creation, finding a new job, and then skill learning. So kind of like my situation right now. That's why with content creation, I'm like, let me do a 30-day challenge. Get that repetition in there, right? And so I think I mentioned this in the past videos where I'm wanting to get a new job, but just kind of don't know what I really want, right? That's where I'm at. And then with skills, like sure I can learn all these skills, but if I'm not going to use them, in a way, it's almost a waste of time, right? Or I don't fully utilize it. So it's kind of like I gotta find what I really want to do, and then learn the skills for that job, right? So that's going to be like the game plan going forward. And honestly, the past few months I've just been up and down, just kind of mentally just like trying this thing, going back here, like consistency is in my strong suit right now, right? Also, I can definitely say time management is definitely a weakness for me right now. It's rough, but it's a matter of getting repetitions in and staying consistent. That's the key. That's the key thing there. So I wanted to get back and just vlog one. I'm not too sure what I'm going to title it right now, but I'll just say probably in the description. It's gonna like vlog one or something like that. Just kind of be like, hey, this is kind of like the 30-day challenge vlog, right? So, but yeah, that's it really. Oh well, I guess with the Apple Event, yeah, the Apple Event is really like the thing I'm looking forward to. Um, yeah, I may be upgrading. So I have the Series 9 Apple Watch. I may upgrade to the Series 11 because guess what? I found out earlier. Was it earlier this year? About the whole trade-in thing with Apple. I didn't know about that. I may have heard of it, but never like looked into anything. Because I traded in my old iPhone, got credit, just got a just credit on my account, and then I traded in my old iPad. It was like what I forget the whole what the series the iPhone was the iPad. What was it? iPad 7, I think they go by. iPad 8. I don't even know what iPad it's generation wise going on right now. But it was an older iPad. I think it was like 2021 model, right? 2020. I think it was 2020 model, 2021 model. It was an old model. So I traded that one in. Well, I traded that just to get the credit, on my Apple account, and I bought me because it was on sale. It was the M1 iPad Air, because I was going back and forth with the newest iPad and then the iPad M1, right? Because I'm like, the M1, sure, it's an older model, right? At this point, it was like 2 generations behind. Because at that point, I think they released M3, if I'm correct. And so I was debating on like which to get, right? Because I don't need an M3. Like the only main thing I was using my iPad was just watching YouTube, right? So I don't need like the high capacity iPad, right? But I'm like, well, I was like, okay, so price points was the M1 iPad Air, and the other one was the newest was A16, I think. I don't recall what the name was for the iPad was, right? But I was looking at it, I was watching a bunch of videos, comparisons, and whatnot, and I'm like, the M1, sure, the performance is measurable, if not a little bit better or a little bit worse, depending on what you're looking at. And then the thing is, even though it's an older model, it did support Apple Intelligence, which I haven't used really, but it had like the anti-reflective screen and whatnot. It had a little extra benefits that the Air model has compared to just the base iPad. So I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. And um, honestly, like I said, I was watching YouTube. I don't really, because with the whole content creation and whatnot, I started not really watching YouTube on my tablet, so I can be more focused on that, like just other things. So I don't really use my tablet that often. So it's one of those things where you're anticipating something, you spend money on it, and you use it, and you don't, and you stop using it for some time. That's the same thing. That was the same thing when it comes to my AirPods Max. When it came out, I was always interested in buying it, right? But I'm like, let me wait till next generation comes out. Maybe cases may have, have redesign, maybe better upgrades and whatnot, maybe just better product overall, right? So I hold off on buying the AirPods Max just because I always wanted an over ear, right? Because I have the AirPods Pro 2. Great, but I always wanted over a year, and that's just always something I always wanted, right? And so they came out with the AirPods Max 2, I guess you can say, and it wasn't really much of a jump. Like, it was just, what was it? It was just USB C and maybe some other very minimal stuff, and it was like, that's it. Like, are we serious now? Like, that was a very lackluster release. I'm not gonna lie. Like, from just like a casual, just from casually speaking, that was a very lackluster release. Um, but it being, because that came out, it went on sale. So so I bought it when it was on sale. I mean, it wasn't that huge of a, what do you call it, price drop, but I was like, I think it was like $100 drop or something like that. To where I'm like, you know what, this is probably the lowest gonna get. So I bought it. Kid you not, I've only used it a few times and haven't really touched it. So it's like, you look forward to buying something, have it in your hands, you use it a couple times, and it just sits there collecting dust. It's like, of course I'm not going to sell it, get rid of it, but just like, it's like, one thing I was thinking of using it was, if I ever fly, I'll use that over the year. Guess what? The first time I flew on an airplane to Vegas, I didn't take them. I just had my AirPods, and then just use them. I don't know. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to take something that expensive with me to Vegas, and get damaged and whatnot. And it's like, well, wasn't one of the reasons why you wanted it so you can use it for that whole reason? And just, it is what it is, right? But yeah, it's just like, I don't, it's like, I can use YouTube, but it's like, I don't know, like for me, like just having to like use, I'm fine watching YouTube without it. So like putting it on, like, no, it's very, I don't know. At some point, I need to find some way to like use it more to get my money out of it, right? That's the whole point, right? It's like, and so I spent several $100s for kind of novelty, really. Just like, it's just there, right? But hey, that's one of the things. It's like, you get it. It's like buying a new vehicle. Let's say, you're excited and you use it for a few months, a year, and then kind of like, it is what it. It's just another vehicle at the end of the day. It's kind of like that. So it is what it is there. So, uh, and I want to end it off here, day one vlogging. But going back to the whole, like, buying something and not really using it afterwards. If you have you bought something and we're very excited to look forward to it for months and years, and then you just kind of like tried it out and never touched it again, or rarely, put in a comment what it is. I mean, for me, it would be my Pause Max. For you, maybe something else. So if you want to leave a comment on what it may be, I would greatly appreciate it, and and see what people will say. So thank you. Have a good day. Take care.